Dear students, today we are going to talk about Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar's autobiographical work, Waiting for a Visa. First of all, we'll take a discussion about the biographical sketch of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and his literary contribution. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar was born on 14 April 1891 in an untouchable community at Mahoo in Madhya Pradesh. He was the 14th and the last child of Ramji Maloji Satpal and Bhimabai. His family was from the Marathi community and were from the Ambade village in the Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. His father was a Subedar major in the Indian Army. He was educated at Satara and Bombay. He took his name Ambavadekar from his native village Ambavade. He received his early education at the government high school Satara. He was a promising student and showed excellence in his studies. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar went to become a distinguished economist, a learned and brilliant lawyer, an author, a great political leader, and champion of human rights and dignity, who inspired the untouchables, Buddhist movement, and campaigned against social discrimination against the untouchables in Indian society. Dr. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution. He was called not only the architect of the Indian Constitution, but also the architect of modern India as well. He was independent India's first law minister. He was the founding father of the Indian Republic. In 1990, the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, was posthumously conferred upon Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. Ambedkar wrote several books, including Annihilation of Caste, Gandhiji and Emancipation of the Untouchables, What Congress and Gandhi Have Done to the Untouchables, Who Were the Shudras, and writings and speeches that are published in several volumes by the government of Maharashtra. These books are of great help to know more about the practice of untouchability in Indian society. The book which is prescribed in our syllabi, entitled Waiting for a Visa, is an autobiographical book which talks about the real life incidents in Dr. Ambedkar's life. It was published in 1935-36. It consists of reminiscences of Dr. Ambedkar's life, which is related to his experiences with untouchability. The book has been used as a textbook in Columbia University in Sri Lanka. Dr. Ambedkar was brought up in the environment of an orthodox and rigid Hindu family that was divided along religious, casteist, communal, and regional lines. There are several instances in the autobiographical book which show the kind of humiliation and injustice that prevailed on Dr. Ambedkar in those days. Dr. Ambedkar, being an untouchable, saw the miseries of his fellow untouchables in Indian society and personally faced and experienced the same humiliation, exploitation, and difficulties that every untouchable had to face in those days. In schools, colleges, universities, and society, wherever and whenever he went, Ambedkar was humiliated, he was insulted. Life had really become unbearable. for a self-respecting and foreign-educated, highly scholar by name Dr. Ambedkar. This book, Waiting for a Visa, is a short compilation of the terrible incidents faced by Dr. Ambedkar which impacted his life. In Waiting for a Visa, Dr. Ambedkar has narrated 6 life incidents. It deals about Dr. Ambedkar's experiences with untouchability. Dr. Ambedkar was a highly scholar, a highly foreign educated fellow who was faced innumerable incidents of untouchability in Indian society. The Hindu society in those days was divided into 4 major castes, that is the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishya and the Shudras. In his autobiographical memoir, Dr. Ambedkar narrates about the humiliation and miseries faced by the Shudras, the untouchable people in Indian society, from the remaining 3 upper castes. The problem of caste discrimination in Indian society had cheapened the human dignity of Shudras and the untouchables. The untouchables continued to suffer for generations and generations. Dr. Ambedkar could not tolerate this injustice and humiliation and the bad condition of the Shudras. Hence, Dr. Ambedkar decided to adopt a particular line of thought and action in order to eradicate casteism in Indian social structure. This socio-religious injustice and exploitation created a burning hatred for Hinduism in the mind of Dr. Ambedkar, which ultimately enforced him to convert into Buddhism with thousands of his followers. The 6th incident, which consists humiliation, misery, and the bad incidents in the life of Dr. Ambedkar, are as follows. The first incident that Dr. Ambedkar narrates in Waiting for a Visa occurred in about 1901 when Dr. Ambedkar and his siblings were lived at Satara in Maharashtra. Ambedkar had to face innumerable discrimination on the basis of caste on a journey. His forefathers had left their hereditary occupation for service in the army of the East India Company. His father also followed the tradition of his forefathers and short service in the company's army. His mother was then dead. Dr. Ambedkar's father had written a letter to Dr. Ambedkar to meet him at Goregaon. So, Dr. Ambedkar and his brother were traveling to meet their father, who was working as a cashier at Goregaon. Dr. Ambedkar starts his journey by train. They got off at the railway station at Padali and traveled up to Mysore. The cartman didn't know that he was carrying untouchables. But when the Hindu cartman came to know that the well-dressed children were untouchables, the cartman refused to take them on board the cart. In a fit of rage, in a fit of anger, the cartman threw them out on the road as one overturns the dustbins, for he felt they had polluted his wooden cart and destroyed the purity of his animals. After the intervention of the station master, the cartman agreed to take Dr. Ambedkar and his brother to Goregaon only if they paid him double the fare. This was the one condition, and the another condition was that Dr. Ambedkar has to drive the cart so that the cartman will follow the cart by foot. Dr. Ambedkar and his brother drew the cart and the cartman was followed the cart on foot. Because of the indifferent attitude shown by the cartman, the boys had to reach their destination at 11 the next morning. The boys traveled with their mouths dry with thirst, but nowhere could they get drinking water on the way. Every time people either pointed them to the filthy water or asked them to go away. Ambedkar was not allowed to drink water and not allowed to take the tonga or even touch the people of the upper caste. At one place, Dr. Ambedkar was very thirsty and he wants to have a drink. Hence, he go to the house of the toll collector and demands a water. At that time, he has to assume a false name, a false religion of the Muhammads. When the toll collector asked him, "Who are you?" At that time, Dr. Ambedkar replied that he was a Muslim. He spoke in Urdu language in order to get the water from the toll collector. But the trick of Dr. Ambedkar did not work, and his reply was very curt. As the toll collector says to Dr. Ambedkar, "Who has kept water for you? There is water on the hill. If you want to go and get it, I have none." This reply of the toll collector of not providing the water to Dr. Ambedkar make him disappointed. He was thirsty, hungry, tired on the way of the journey to Goregaon. The cartman has not showed any kind of sympathy towards the children. At that time, Dr. Ambedkar was 9 years old. This incident makes a long effect on the life of Dr. Ambedkar. Finally, Ambedkar and his brothers reached to Koregaon. His father was really surprised. He could not sit in the midst of the students' class, sit in a corner separate piece of gunny cloth in the school as well. There was no peon. If there was no peon in the school, there was no water that has to be given to Dr. Ambedkar. Cutting and saving was also done by his sister. So this experience related to the ill treatment given by the touchables in society to the untouchables and specifically to Dr. Ambedkar has made a tremendous impact on the life of Dr. Ambedkar. The second incident describes the deep divides that existed in Baroda during the time, not just among caste but also among religious communities. This incident of inhuman practice of untouchability took place in 1916 when Dr. Ambedkar returned to India from foreign. Dr. Ambedkar had been sent to America by His Highness the Maharaja of Baroda for seeking higher education. He was obliged to return to India without completing his studies due to the order of the Maharaja of Baroda. As Dr. Ambedkar was educated by the Baroda state, he was bound to serve the state. Hence, he was appointed as a probationer in the Accountant General's office by the Maharaja of Baroda. When Dr. Ambedkar came to Baroda, he realized that none of the Hindu hotels would allow him to stay there as he belonged to untouchable community. He could not go anywhere due to the untouchability problem in the Hindu society. In Baroda, he found a Parsi inn, but there, two non-Parsis were not allowed to stay. Hence, Dr. Ambedkar had to assume a Parsi name in the register of inn by giving a tip to the innkeeper. However, this fraud was not go for a long time, and he was soon discovered by other Parsis that he is not a real Parsi, he is an untouchable. On the 11th day of his stay, a group of angry Parsi men armed with sticks came there to remove him from the inn. He had to leave the inn that very day and not having a place to stay. Actually, Dr. Ambedkar had two friends in Baroda, one a Hindu and another Indian Catholic Christian. However, he cannot go to these two friends because they are they belong to Hindu religion. One of his friends has not given any sympathy or permission to stay with him, and his another friend also not given permission to Dr. Ambedkar to live live with him. Hence, Dr. Ambedkar has to leave Baroda and came to Bombay for not getting any shelter in Baroda due to his untouchable caste. The third incident in the life of Dr. Ambedkar, which is narrated in Waiting for a Visa, related to inhuman practice of untouchability, took place in the village of Chalisgaon in Maharashtra in 1929. Dr. Ambedkar was appointed as a member of investigation committee by the Bombay government to solve the complaints of the untouchables. Dr. Ambedkar had to investigate a case of social boycott by the Hindus against the untouchables of that village in Chalisgaon. The untouchables of the Chalisgaon came to the station and requested Dr. Ambedkar to stay for the night with them. But the Hindu Tangewalas, that is what we say as a cartman, refused to drive a cart because Dr. Ambedkar was born and brought up in an untouchable community. So the villagers decided to hire a tanga and ride it on their own. We came to know that the untouchable community was not expert cartman, but it was an unsuccessful attempt. An accident took place while they were crossing the river on a culvert because they are not expert cartmen. Dr. Ambedkar was thrown off the carriage as the wheel got stuck between the stones of the culvert. Dr. Ambedkar was badly wounded. He had a fracture in his right foot. The horse and carriage fell into the river. So this incident that happens on the basis of Ambedkar's untouchable belonging. He also realized that even lowly menial Tangewalas felt that a highly educated barrister at law but an untouchable was beneath them. The fourth incident of inhuman practice of untouchability and misery took place in 1934 in Daulatabad Fort at Aurangabad. On arriving at the Daulatabad Fort, Dr. Ambedkar's group washed themselves with water kept in a tank at the fort entrance of Daulatabad. Suddenly, an old Muslim fellow started to run after them, shouting out that the Dhairs, the untouchable people, had polluted their tank. A big crowd, angry Muslims, gathered there. Dr. Ambedkar tried to silence them, stating that we are the human beings. They were ordered to move from there and not to pollute water anywhere. This bitter incident made Dr. Ambedkar aware of the same behavior of Muslims for the untouchables which he never expected. Actually, Muslims don't believe in this Hindu practice of untouchability, but somewhere someone is naturally affected by this virus of untouchability, and this is a very serious thing that one should have to think. So this polluted water at the tank in Daulatabad port, where the Muslims have badly bitten to the untouchable community, untouchable group, including the localites of untouchable localites of Aurangabad as well. This will show that a person who is an untouchable to a Hindu is also an untouchable to a Muhammadan. So this bad instance makes a permanent impact on the life of Dr. Ambedkar. The fifth incident of inhuman practice of untouchability recorded by Dr. Ambedkar in waiting for a visa is about the sad experience of a Harijan, a name given by Mahatma Gandhi to a person belonging to low caste in Kathiawar, whose wife fell sick soon after giving birth to a child. The Hindu Brahmin doctor was requested to come and see the patient. However, the Hindu Brahmin doctor refused to treat her directly or see them in the house on the basis of her caste. The doctor finally agreed to see the sick lady if she were brought outside the Harijan colony, see, and treated there without touching her by passing the thermometer indirectly through. Some medicine was given to her without touching to the body of the lady. And when her condition became so bad, the doctor refused to see her because, because she belongs to the Harijan community. Finally, the sick lady died. The doctor, Hindu doctor, has not shown any kind of sympathy. This incident takes us in the past of India, which is full of sorrows and difficulties faced by the Shudras. It also shows that the educated people like doctors also believed in the caste system, which only brings shame to our country. So the treatment given by the Hindu doctor to the patient, to the lady patient, is very shocking. The refusal on the part of the educated doctor to treat the woman because of her untouchable caste is really horrific, and it is a serious concern that we all have to think. Finally, the doctor's ill treatment to the lady leads towards the end of her life. So this incident itself shows the how casteism was inherent in Indian social structure. The last incident of inhuman practice of untouchability is the narrated experience of a Bhangi boy. This educated Bhangi boy got employment as a talati in the government district office of Borsad in the state of Gujarat. But he was refused accommodation thereby the Hindus as he was an untouchable. Even the untouchable people refused him accommodation to avoid the anger of the touchables in society. At the government office as well, his colleagues badly treated him without giving any kind of water. He was not allowed to take office water. They thought that after he is touching the water, it will get polluted. Once the headman of the village said to this Bhangi Talati, "You fellow, your father, your brother are sweepers who sweep the village office, and you want to sit in the office as our equal? Take care, better give up this job." See, better give up this job. One day a large crowd led by the librarian of the village library tried to attack him as the Bhangi boy came to the library. He wants to read the book, but he started to abuse this Bhangi Talati. He said in an angry mood, "Who allowed this dirty dog of a Bhangi to sit on the chair?" Due to the fear of being killed on the part of the librarian and his followers, the Talati took 15 days leave and returned to his native place in Bombay. So When he goes to take charge, when the Bangi boy goes to take charge, he is surprised to see the attitude of the clerk as well. The Karkun asked him to stand at a distance. He also says to drop on the certificate on the ground, and then he picked them up because he was a fear that he will be polluted when he touched to the Bangi boy. He faced getting water for drinking. There was cans of water, and the waterman pour out water to the Bangi boy. Whenever the waterman was absent, the Bangi boy remains thirsty for not providing the water. So this incident itself shows how casteism was inherent in Indian social structure. When such kind of ill treatment given to the Bangi boy, he wrote a letter. He wrote a letter to his higher authority regarding his ill treatment. So all these occurrences described by Dr. Ambedkar in his book Waiting for a Visa show the bad condition of the untouchable living in society.